First, we're going to start off where we started off this morning, which, again, with a student's perspective. So I'm very pleased to welcome to the stage Mohamed Nur, who's a sophomore down at Deering, and has got a little talk he wants to give on sort of his experience and what school is for him and what it means for him. So Mohamed, come on up.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. You guys could do better than that. Come on. Good morning, everyone. That's more like it. My name is Mohamed Nur, and I'm a sophomore at Deering High School, and I'm pleased to be here with all of you today. Today, I would like to give my perspective on education. Since I was a child, my mother has instilled into me the value of education. She has said time and time again, education will lead to success. Education will lead to opportunity. And education will build the bridge to a brighter and happier future. Education to me is one of the most important things in my life. I understand the opportunity I have because in order to thrive in the 21st century, education is a necessity. Education, knowledge, is power. It is the most powerful thing in this world. Because once you obtain it, once you obtain knowledge, it is yours and yours forever. Now, I'd like to talk about some issues I've noticed throughout my academic career. Now, what do you think of when you hear the word education? Now just take a minute and picture what you think of when you hear the word education. I imagine for most of you to think of education in a classroom with desks and teachers and homework, etc. I would like to point out that education can come in different shapes, forms, and sizes. And you learn from every experience you take. In the city of Portland, we are so lucky to have such diversity. Everywhere you go in the city, you see it. In the streets, downtown, and in our schools. But with all great things in life, there will be issues, conflicts, and tribulations. In Portland schools, I've noticed conflicts between our new students and our native students. I've noticed bullying such as verbal assaults and on serious occasions, physical confrontations. One question you might have after hearing all of this is why? And I think I know why. Because they don't understand each other. The native students don't understand the situation these new students are coming from war-torn countries, trying to seek a better life. And the new students don't understand what the native students feel, not understanding where these people are coming from and why. Now, one solution I thought I might have about this issue is dialogue between these students. This past summer, I attended Seeds of Peace. I learned so much through dialogue there. I learned about the world, my fellow campers, and about myself. It made me more compassionate, more understanding, and overall, a better human being. Imagine the kind of effect that this dialogue can have on our students. It can change how these students see each other and can make the school environment much more welcoming and eager to learn. Now, I know I'm speaking about a specific group of students, but I want you to understand that the majority of students can benefit from dialogue about controversial issues such as this or about race, religion, etc. Having these types of dialogues will broaden the majority of students' horizons and will allow them to gain the communication and negotiating skills needed for the 21st century. Now, another issue I've noticed in high school is student freedom in education. Now, I've started only noticing this in high school. I would see a student disinterested in class, not paying attention, goofing. And after class, I would ask that student, "Why do you goof off?" And that student's response would be, "I don't like the class." And then I would ask why. And he would reply, "I don't like what we're learning." And again, I would ask another question, "What are you interested in learning then?" And there's and the response I got was so interesting and yet so amazing. He said, "The ocean with fish and stuff. I like that stuff, not cells." And you cannot believe how many times I've had that same type of conversation with many different students. Students tend to learn more and work harder in classes that they enjoy, but at the same time, they tend to goof off and not learn in classes they don't enjoy. When students go off into college, they can major in whatever they want, learn whatever they want, and I think that's one of the major reasons why students are in a rush to go to college. But while they're waiting and preparing to go to college, they're not learning today, in the present. Now, I don't know what the solution would look like to this issue, but that's up to us. That's up to having conferences like these, where you hear from students, teachers, educators, policy and government officials. And lastly, I would like to add that today's students are leaders, and I think that we should have our voices and opinions heard. Now, today is just an amazing example of that. Being here, able to speak to you about my perspective of education, is exactly what I'm talking about. And we feel that many decisions regarding education, our education, are made without informing us or even communicating with us. But having these types of conferences will. We understand that you have our best interest in mind, but remember, at the end of the day, your decisions affect our education, and we just want our voices heard. Thank you.